Okay, just before tonight's meeting then, special meeting tonight, Mattie Bates. This is going to be a good one, isn't it?
I hope so, yeah. It's the first time the Gladiators have ever faced the Falcons, so a bit of history as well. Obviously, they faced the Devils before, but so it's cool, especially with Steve Luxton being here. So, team named after him and his hometown team, so it's pretty cool.
Now, where does he place his allegiance, on the hometown?
Wow.
Or here at Plymouth in the Coliseum?
It's kind of the same with myself, because obviously I'm an Exeter boy as well, but a draw would be nice. I'd like a draw.
Well, it's our first time here in the Coliseum, and it's great. We've only got here about 20 minutes ago, but looking around, everyone looks well out for tonight. They're all good spirits and just on for a party tonight as well as tomorrow. Yeah,
it's going to be a long weekend, I think, but it'll be one to be remembered, I think. But
now, the Plymouth Gladiators this season had quite a few rain-offs here, haven't you, which has been really disappointing. It's very important to get those home meetings in.
Yeah, I think we had just over a month with no home meetings, so wasn't ideal. I mean, we did try and run one meeting, but it just done so much damage to the track, which we took a bit of abuse on social media about, but we sort of took the idea, or sort of stuck to our guns and thought, right, until the weather's completely cleared, we won't run any meetings.
You've just said about the track not being as good as you wanted it to handle that pressure of the social media from both sides of the fence, I guess.
It's hard, because I mean, I can sympathise with fans, because I mean, obviously I was a fan once as well, and you know, as a rider, I know how annoying it is to come to a track and it's not raceable. But you know, I think what people don't grasp is me and Mark just aren't, especially Mark. We're not just sat around all day and like, oh, it's Friday, better go put some water on it. You know, Mark puts so many hours down here, and our track staff do, and it's just, I feel bad for them, because you know, you're never going to please everyone, but it's just hard, because especially for me, because I'm quite, you know, quite fiery anyway. So, but obviously now with the Job Rollers team manager and co-promoter, not allowed to say certain things, which again, you know, you shouldn't anyway, because you shouldn't really sink to those levels. But yeah, sometimes I got to bite my tongue pretty hard. It bleeds quite a lot.
All right, well, I know that your team are just about to go on the track. Well, you're going to go with them, so I'll let you go. Thanks ever so much for your time. Let's have a great party tonight, and of course tomorrow
Thanks
as well.
Thanks for coming down. Means a lot.
No worries. Joined in the pits by Alan Spencer, team manager of the Exeter Chris Richards Falcons tonight. Great to see you, Alan, and how great is it to have a kind of a National League standard meeting here at Plymouth?
Really looking forward to it. It's something we've been planning for some time now. I think we've put a pretty good side together. Unfortunately, we've got to do rider replacement through injury. But I think both sides are pretty even, and I think we're going to have a good meeting all round.
Now, since we've last seen you, it's all been go for you guys. Many people may say Exeter ain't got a home, but you guys are working 24 hours a day. You are really putting it in, aren't you, to try and bring this club back?
We are. We've been knocked back so many times now with bits of land. And at this moment in time, we have a councillor which is actually having a meeting next Monday on a bit of land that we're looking at. But again, that's a long way off, you know, so we're working on it still, but, you know, it's just a waiting game all the time, and it gets very frustrating.
Yeah, but passion and determination will keep you going forward,
exactly,
and eventually all that hard work hopefully will pay off. But I've got to say, how great is it to have Steve Luxton over tonight? I mean, he's buzzing. We saw him last night on the island and here now, and obviously with what's happening tomorrow we'll get on to in a minute, but he is buzzing.
He is absolutely buzzing. I don't think he slept actually. But you know, it's the first time I've actually met the guy. I've spoken to him many a times, but it's the first time I've met him, and what a lovely guy, you know, absolutely lovely guy. And he brings a lot of happiness to the sport, and he helps several clubs, several riders. What a guy to have on board for the Exeter Falcons.
The vibe around is great tonight. Really
it's fantastic.
Really easy going. Everyone's smiling. Everyone's really up for it.
I think even it's a 90 celebration, but everyone wants to have fun. We don't want anyone to get hurt out there, and just enjoy themselves, and just hope we can all go home safely.
Gladiator.
Yes.
Speedway sponsor, Garage Mahal. Just great to have you back over here in the UK, Steve.
Oh my God, I can't even describe. Actually, it got emotional when I came down the M5. It's my home, you know.
It's one thing coming to watch the Speedway meeting whilst you're in the UK, but to come and watch the Exeter Chris Richards Falcons here, what's that feeling going to be like for you when they turn the wheels with the race jackets on?
Well, this is it's really more than emotional. Obviously, growing up here, Plymouth and Exeter were biggest rivals with football, and I think it still holds true today. I talked to the fans here tonight, and it's still a kind of a grudge. I don't hold that because obviously I'm involved with both teams. This year, saving Exeter was the biggest thing. 90th year. It's hard to even imagine. 90 years ago, these guys were racing, and I know all the names. The passion's there, and to save the team and hold them together this year is amazing. And now to be involved and to have the team here in Plymouth named the Gladiators is just amazing. I can't even describe. Collecting my stuff and trying to be around Speedway, but living in Florida. I'm kind of disconnected to some point, but being here now, this is home. Just the glorious Devon, the green fields, and being home, and now being involved with both these teams, I can't even describe how well I feel.
Now, over here in the UK, a lot of people now know the name Steve Luxton, and they know the Garage Mahal, but actually it really is, people are getting to see your social media, your videos. Like you said, when you did your opening, you always video them, you put them out there. So people really do now understand the fact that you got a lot of memorabilia over there and how your heart is. And also, in the Speedway Star, I didn't realise just how many riders, when you had your advert in there back along, how many riders you actually helped that year. You're involved not just with teams, not just with riders, and not just your passion at home and with Exeter. It goes on and on and on, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. And, I have a good friend back in the States, Jeff Hall. The two of us, we were disconnected with Speedway. He lives in Texas, I live in Florida. We don't have any tracks. And we were friends on Facebook about 12 years ago. And we decided we're both going to go to New York and hang out for the weekend and get involved in Speedway again. And we really wanted to start some kind of junior academy, and that's how it all really started. And it's just taken off from there. And we kind of wanted to bring anything we could do to bring young kids through the sport. And unfortunately, Jeff went through some health issues, and my Garage Mahal is really just kind of mushroomed since those days. But I've tried to keep that ideal of what we really believed in, which was give back to young riders. We try to give back. We really do. We just try to give back to the sport. So
it's great to see you over here in the UK. We're going to speak to you loads over this weekend because we're coming to the party tomorrow night as well. But for the moment, enjoy tonight. Let's get the riders out there on track and have a laugh, yeah?
Brilliant.
Well, the bikes are warming up as we prepare for this very special challenge match. Really does bring two old rivals back together. The Exeter Falcons, desperate to find a new home in Devon, and of course the Gladiators of Plymouth, who've got their new home here in Devon. But the two team managers have certainly put together a very interesting lineup. Great to see those Falcons race jackets on track once again. Take a look at the visitors. We've got Ben Morley at number 1. He rides normally for the Isle of Wight. Chad Wurtsfield also rides for the island. He's his partner. Henry Atkins there, Mildenhall Fen Tiger at number 3. Ryan Terry-Daley from Leicester at number 4. Rider replacement at number 5. Sam Bully and Kay Ward make up the reserves for the Falcons. For the Gladiators, well, it's Ben Wilson at number 1, Adam Sheppard at 2, Tom Young at 3, rider replacement at 4, Richard Andrews at 5, Jamie Bursill at 6, and at number 7, Kris Andrews. Well, lots of smiling faces here, and it's going to be an interesting one to see how it goes. There is confirmation of the lineups as they come out on parade here. And the Gladiators, well, they've had a tough old season here in the National Development League, but they really do put on a good show here, and it is great to see. One of the tiniest tracks in British Speedway. Times are normally around the 52nd mark. But here's some of the old veterans here, and look at those race jackets then. We've got a Long Eaton one there, we've got a Wimbledon one, and we have an old Exeter Falcons one as well. mini mascots, everything going on here today. And it is great to see Steve has come over from the United States of America for this one. Of course, he was one of the original gladiators and puts a lot of time and money into sponsorship of British Speedway, and how he would love to see his beloved Exeter Falcons come back and race in British Speedway. So let's have a look at the lineup there for heat number 1. We've got Ben Wilson in red, his partner in blue, Adam Sheppard, Ben Morley in white, Chad Wurtzfield is the rider in yellow. That's how they line up. Usual rules apply. 3 for a win, 2 for a second, 1 for a third. Easiest way to identify them: home side in the red and blue helmet colours, the visitors in white and yellow. So 15 heats of Speedway in front of us on this very special match. The referee, Wayne Jarvis, is the man in trouble. Wayne Jarvis, I should say, is the man in trouble. So here we go then. Starting marshal calling them to line to get this action underway at the Coliseum. And away we go. And it's Morley who's made a good start there. Morley it is who goes in front. Problems there for the rider in blue, Adam Sheppard, but no problems for Ben Morley. He leads away. 1 lap completed. The Exeter Falcon for the day out in front. Second place at the moment, Ben Wilson, and he doesn't take many beatings around this circuit, but he's got Morley in front of him. They go round that first and second turn. Some good action here underway down the back straight. The Speedway Portal camera crew here, as always, do a sterling job. And Wilson not that far behind Morley there as they go down the back straight into the bottom turn, but it is going to be a win for the Falcon there in the white helmet. He takes 3. Wilson takes 2. 1 point there goes to Chad Wurtzfield, and at the back there it is Adam Sheppard, who done well to complete that race. 2 points to the Gladiators, 4 to the Falcons in the opening race. Of course, that is the way it stands. But once Ben Morley got out in front there from the start, he was not going to be killed. So the riders returning to the pits here. Marie Morley there with the spanner lady for Ben there. Of course, we move straight on to heat number 2. And an interesting one here. Gives the youngsters a bit of a chance here. As the wind blows into the camera here. A little gust blowing across the Coliseum. And there it is, the lineup there. See Jamie Bursill in red. Kris Andrews is in blue. His partner in white, Sam Bully, and in yellow, Kyle Ward. So Kai Ward, the rider in yellow. So this could be an interesting one. Starting marshal calling them into line to get the second heat underway. The Gladiators with some points to make up, having gone down 4-2 in that opening one. Here we go. Bit of movement there from the rider in blue, but as they hit the first turn, it's the rider in red who gets away there. That is Jamie Bursill. And, well, the referee obviously thought that was a bit too much movement there. The red lights are on, and that one will be restarted. So here we go then. Kris Andrews and Jamie Bursill get a second bite of the cherry, as of course does to Saul Bully, Kyle Ward. Kyle in that yellow helmet, rider I've not seen race, so certainly getting the youngsters on board, and that's what it's about. Here we go, and away they go in a charge for the first turn. Bursill has made another good start there. So Bursill in front, Kris Andrews trying to get through on the inside, but it's Saul Bully there in second place around the tiny turns here at the Coliseum Stadium. Rebranded, renamed, having been the Devils for so long. But, taking the sport out to the community and building for the future. So Jamie Bursill, it is in front. He goes into the bottom turn, looking comfortable at the moment. He's got just over 1 lap to go. Fully there in second place. Third place there, Kris Andrews. Took a long time out of the sport before returning. So round and over the line, it's a win for Bursill. Second place, Bully. Kris Andrews will crawl home for 1 point there. 4 points to the Gladiators, to the Falcons. And we are all level after 2 races, because it is 6 points to Plymouth and 6 to Exeter. I know they've been working so hard to try and find a new home since the county ground at St Thomas was closed down for redevelopment. And, the rugby ground found a new place, but they didn't include Speedway in it, which was a great shame. But there is always hope. So here we go then, heat number 3. We got Tom Young in red for the home side. His partner in blue, taking the rider replacement ride, is Jamie Bursill. Henry Atkins is in white, and in yellow, Ryan Terry-Daley. Terry-Daley, of course, a former Isle of Wight, former Plymouth rider, former Mildred rider. Now riding for the Leicester Lion Cubs and doing very, very nicely at the top end of the National Development League. So here we go then, starting Marshall, calling them to the line to get this one underway, the third of 15. 6 apiece after the opening 2. And away they go, it's a very even start, it's a good one for the visitors there. And look at this here, it is the Falcons on a 5-1. Round the bottom turn, out in front, Henry Atkins, second place there, Terry-Daley. Third place, Tom Young. Oh, problems there for Atkins, it looks like he is slowing. Goes into the bottom turn, he's still out in front though. Terry-Daley in second place. Third place still Tom Young. Go down the back straight, it's looking good for the visitors here. And again, Atkins' bike is slowing, this time it has stopped. So bad luck there for Henry Atkins, whose bike grinds to a halt. So that will give the Gladiators a share of the spoils here, because Ryan Terry-Daley takes a checkered flag. Second place goes to Tom Young, and coming home for 1 point there, Jamie Bursill. Very, very bad luck there for Henry Atkins. 3 points a piece. We are still level. Plymouth have 9, and Exeter, they also have 9. So push back to the pits. Fortunately not too far on this circuit, but painful enough because he doesn't get any points for his efforts. So we move on then to heat number 4. Nothing separating the sides here. And we know Richard Andrews will always get a big round of applause. His brother Kris Andrews is in blue. Chad Wurtsfield taking the rider replacement ride in white. And Kai Ward is out for his second ride, he's in yellow. So this could be an interesting one here. Chad Wurtsfield really burst onto the scene at the island. He was a mascot there and really has done very well. And very improved rider, spectacular young man as well. Got a very bright future in the sport of Speedway. So here we go then, Andrews on the outside. Andrews on gate number 2. Wurtsfield on 3. And Ward on the inside. And away to go. Charge for the first turn. No real surprise, Richard Andrews has got in front. Into the bottom turn there. Andrews leading the way. Second place it is Wurtsfield. Third place it is Ward. At the back there it is Kris Andrews. looking fast at the moment. It is Richard Andrews, very, very popular rider. Very popular down at Arlington when he rode for Eastbourne. Leading the way there, still in second place and going awfully wide into the fence there, Chad Wernsfield, and down he goes, awkward looking tumble there, and just about managed to get out the way there, and the race has been stopped. I think it will be awarded. It has indeed been awarded. Let's have a look at it again there. Awkward tumble. It's ones like that that can do damage, and watch him get out the way there. So the different angle, not nice whichever way you look at it. Pleased to say he is up and okay.
Great win. How do you find it out there?
Yeah, it was good. Nice to get back riding, obviously after my injury and stuff. So enjoyed it. Glad to get the first one out of the way, and hopefully more tonight.
We're used to filming a lot of racing at the Isle of Wight, obviously a bigger track. You ride that wow, and you come here and you ride this one wow, and this is like really small.
Yeah, that's the plan. Obviously the island was my first kind of track, but felt I'd progress more as a rider if I joined Plymouth. Just you need to ride the bike differently, like a lot tighter, and so yeah, I'm enjoying it. Get teams doing good, so hopefully more wins and it'll be all good.
Okay, keep it going, mate.
Cheers.
It's a new look, Ben here.
That's it, it's my new hat, I reckon.
Great first ride out there. We've just spoken to Jamie Bursill, he's enjoying it out there. How about yourself?
Yeah, it's good, mate. It's a good first ride. It's always nice to get fresh air in the first one, so yeah, we'll just try and keep clean and stay like that, I reckon.
Keep clean, look at that race jacket, it's already got that, and you've been out in front.
Yeah, I know, mate, yeah, it's
that means you're gonna have some bikes to clean tonight then?
Yeah, stoked tomorrow, so busy day, long journey home, but that's why we love it.
Keep it going, mate.
Nice one, cheers, buddy.
So a bit of veterans racing coming up next here. We see some bikes from the 50s and the 60s. And got the race jackets there, as we said, Wimbledon, Long Eaton and Exeter. And these 2-valve upright engines. Looks like there is chaps there going round. And how different the sport is nowadays. Fabulous memories to those of us, of course, who remember Long Eaton as the Rangers, the Archers, and later on as the Gladiators. Or the Invaders, I should say. Of course, the Gladiators are down here these days. The Exeter Falcons, of course, wonderful memories on that account as well. Those of us who remember Ivan Major, Scott Autry, Bob Kilby. There's been some wonderful ones. Martin Ashby, another one springs to mind. The late Kevin Holden, it's a personal favourite of mine. Mike Sampson, the list is endless. Of course, Mark Simmons. Then you come near today, Bobby Eldridge, another one springs to mind. Bob Coles, Michael Coles. And, well, there we go. Go over the memories of Long Eaton, and of course we move on to the action here where the scores are 13-11 in favour of the Gladiators after that 4-2 awarded last time out. So let's take a look at the lineup here. There's Chad Wernsfield, pleased to say he's okay after that horrible looking spill. His partner in white, Ben Morley, winner first time out. For the home side, in the red helmet here, Tom Young and Kris Andrews taking the rider replacement ride in the blue helmet. So a strong looking lineup here for the visitors in this one. Gladiators, who started the season here with such a strong side, went to the Isle of Wight and won there. That doesn't happen very often. It's a track they go well on. Now they're going to go here. And away they go. Charge for the first turn. And it's Morley from the outside. He just comes right the way across there. Morley in front. Young in second place. Wernsfield there in third place. Young going wide on that bottom turn. But no problems for Ben Morley. Leading the way. Still Young in second place. Wernsfield there in third place. Kris Andrews at the back. So it is the Falcons on a 4-2 here. If it stays like this, it will level things up once again. And I can't see anyone catching Ben Morley. He's looking very, very smooth, very fast. man from Southend in Essex, a shrimper by size, a shrimper from his town, and leading the way. So there he is, Ben Morley, comes off the final 2 turns over the line for 3. 2 points go to Tom Young, 1 to Chad Wurtsfield, no points there for Kris Andrews. It is 2 points to the Gladiators, 4 to the Falcons, and we are all level with Plymouth on 15 and Exeter on 15. 52.18, the winning time for Ben Morley, and that was quite comfortable as well. So interesting to look around the crowd here today. Good to see the fans have responded to this one. Sure, there's a few good old Exeter fans who've come out here. Days at the county ground, which was a whopper of a track. Compared to this one, you can fit this in the middle twice. So here we go then. We move on to heat number 6. And the rider replacement ride goes to Ben Morley in the white helmet. His partner in yellow is Saul Bailey. And Ben Wilson, Adam Sheppard for the home side. So this could be an interesting one. Saul Bailey there in yellow, Ben Morley on the inside. He'd be a favourite to win this one, but he beat Ben Wilson in the opening one. He's got Wilson right next to him. We know that Ben Wilson is planning on retiring at the end of this year. Great shame, still got a lot to offer. He uses all his leave to get down here to race for his team from his company. Away they go, charge for the first turn, and it is Ben Wilson who's gone in front. Wilson leads the way, Morley in second place, Bully in third place. But Ben Wilson in front, and this could be interesting here. Can Morley make up the space here, because Ben Wilson is looking fast. Still Bully in third place at the back, and making no inroads in the blue helmet here is Adam Sheppard. But Ben Wilson leading the way. He goes round the bottom turn, grew up on the big fast pacey circuit at Alwerton, running for the Sheffield Tigers. Ben Morley's always been on the small tracks other than when he joined the Isle of Wight. But Wilson it is who's done in there. Second place Morley, third place it is Saul Bully, and no points there for Adam Sheppard. So it is a shared heat, 3 points to the Gladiators, 3 to the Falcons. And we've had 6 heats and we are still level, because it is 18 to Plymouth and 18 to Exeter. So all the makings of this one going right the way down to the wire. So we move on then to heat number 7. And it is Henry Atkins there in the white helmet, very unlucky with machine problem first time out. His partner in blue, Ryan Terry-Daley, he picked up a good win in his opening one. In the red helmet, Richard Andrews was also a winner last time out, and Jamie Bursill is his partner in blue. So this is an interesting looking lineup. What if my good old mate Tony Lethbridge has made the trek down the M5 from Exeter to Plymouth to be here with us today. So here we go then, starting marshals, got them in line here. Andrews on the inside, Atkins on 2. They had a wonderful movement there from Richard Andrews, but he's gone in front there in pole position, and the red lights have come on. He was a little bit too quick off the block, and the referee Wayne Jarvis pulling it back. Will the riders come straight back to the line? It looks like they will. Will we see a warning for Richard Andrews? Henry Atkins there on gate number 2. Jamie Bursill on 3. Ryan Terry-Daley on the outside. No warning, it's as you were. Here we go. Second time of asking. Green lights on, away they go. And a charge for the first turn. Oh, it's Atkins who's gone in front this time. Henry Atkins, well, he was in front last time when his bike ground to a halt. And he's in front this one, but Andrews is chasing hard in second place. Around that first and second turn, and Andrews really going right out in the dirt there, trying to find a way round. But Atkins holding it nicely here, holding it tight. Around this first turn. Spectacular little circuit here. Spectacular little man out in front. So Henry Atkins it is, leading the way here. Second place, Richard Andrews. Well, it looks like it is going to be a heat advantage to the Falcons here, because Ryan Terry-Daley is in third place here. There it is, the win for Atkins. Second place, Andrews. Third place, Terry-Daley. And Jamie Bursill pulled out of that one. There he is on the centre. So it is 2 to the Gladiators. It is 4 to the Falcons. And it is the Exeter Falcons who go back in front by 20 points to 22. And Henry Atkins, well, machine problems robbed him first time. They didn't rob him on the second one. So here we go then, heat number 8. We approach the halfway stage of this very special challenge match between the Plymouth Gladiators and the Exeter Falcons. And, we need that red helmet colour put on straight there for Adam Sheppard. Adam's partner in blue is Kris Andrews. In white it is Chad Wurtsfield, and in yellow it is Kai Ward. So this is an interesting one. There's Sheppard there having trouble getting that helmet colour on. Kris Andrews this time off the inside. There's Chad Wurtsfield in the white helmet. He will go from the outside. Kai Ward there on gate number 2. So here we go then, starting marshals got them in line. Green lights on, signal to the referee, away they go. Chance for the first turn, and Sheppard has gone in front. Sheppard in front, Wurtsfield there in second place. Kris Andrews in third place, go round the bottom turn. Adam Sheppard, well, he's struggled for points so far today, but he's not struggling in this one here. He goes round that first and second turn, down the back straight. He's got his wheels in front, and he's found a line he seems to like this time. Chad Wurtsfield still chasing hard in second place. Problem at the back there for Kai Ward, who went down there. He's managed to get his bike off the green there. Well done to him there. And there is Sheppard with 1 lap to go. Around the first and second turn. Second place at the moment. Chad Wurtsfield keeping him honest. Kris Andrews will pick up third place, but it will be a 4-2 to the Gladiators this time. Oh! Well, it's gone over the line in first place there, but my word, it's a horrible looking crash there for Adam Sheppard, who really hooked up there. And let's have a look at it again here. Well, he will get the win because he went over with his bike, but that is another horrible looking crash there for Adam Sheppard. Let's hope he is okay. The race has been awarded as a win for Adam Sheppard because he did go over the line first. Let's look at his crash helmet, he was rather passionate about. Second place there, he went to Chad Wurtsfield, Kris Andrews third. 24-24.
Okay, Chad, we've got a bit of a lull here. Fortunately, we just had an accident there at the end of the race. Adam's down at the moment, but in a similar position to where you went down. First of all, how are you after your crash, and how did it all pan out for you?
I'm alright. It was just a bit, was coming around the corner, sort of locked up, then straight hit a bit of a rut, which sort of sent me straight, and my right hand footrest dug into the fence, which sent me over the handlebars. And then I was alright. I was I got up and I walked off the track, took all my helmet off and stuff, and then in heat 8, which was that heat, Adam Sheppard did the same thing, but just went straight in, which caused him just a cartwheel fully over.
Yeah, he's still on track being seen to at the moment, so hopefully he'll be okay. Just want to ask you, obviously you're a young lad, but you would have heard a lot about the Exeter Falcons. What does it mean to you to be wearing that race jacket today and representing the Falcons on their 90th anniversary?
Yeah, it's really good. I mean, it's been part of my family for all their life. It's my granddad and nan used to love coming down here. My sister watched their meeting 3 days after she was born, and we all came to their farewell match, so we've been to pretty much a lot of the meetings.
So it's great to have you involved here tonight then.
Yeah, it's really good. It was nice to get asked.
All right, well, have a good remainder of the meeting there, Chad. No more shapes out there.
No.
Stay safe and ride fast, mate.
Thank you.
Okay, we're Mattie down here on the track then, obviously. Big accident there at the end of that heat with Adam. First of all, how is Adam, do you know? Any update?
It looks pretty good that he's broken his collarbone. They took his padding off and it looks pretty mangled, but the county ambulance is going to be about 2 hours, so they're going to take him to Derriford. They've given him morphine, so even if they'd stayed and waited, we couldn't continue racing because the paramedic has to stay with him. But should be about half hour sort of delay, but we've got Luxton here and he can talk for England, so and America, so but no, I mean Adam's, he's obviously gutted, but it's just nature of the beast, isn't it?
It's the downside of Speedway, isn't it? We all want to see the guys out there, but it's too easy for us fans to sort of forget that in a split second they're on the floor and it hurts.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I mean, it's I think especially the older you get, it's little slide offs are a bit harder to get up from, but he's in high spirits, bless him, and hopefully, I mean, it looks broke. It really does look broke, but it's might not be. Might just be like a come out of place or something. But no, obviously we're wishing well, and any further updates I get, obviously I'll let you guys know.
Thanks very much, Mattie. Cheers.
Thank you.
Let's go. Keep pass.
Okay, well, we got a bit of break in the racing today. We're joined by Liv Kilby, who's come down today to take in some Plymouth action. You enjoying it so far?
Yeah, magic. It's a shame that we got the hold up, but it's the nature of the beast, unfortunately. We just hope that Adam's right after the crash. But it's lovely to come back. I haven't been down for a couple of years, so it's nice to come and see everyone.
Great, and of course, going great guns for you guys up at Swindon. Cracking result for you guys last night as well.
Yeah, we seem to have peaked at the right time. I mean, we did the same thing in 2017, where we started off pretty slow, then we got some momentum up, and then we were on just a straight winning run. And the boys are just on fire. I mean, we've clocked 66 and 65 points in the last two home matches. So we're looking good. We're still not assured, but we're looking good for the playoffs. And the atmosphere is brilliant. Everything around Swindon at the moment is amazing. The track is riding really well. The guys are enjoying it. The relationship between track team and riders is brilliant. The fans are really on board. The atmosphere is brilliant. It's super enjoyable there at the moment.
Now, just looking at yourself, of course, Speedway's played a big part in your life throughout your entire life. Obviously, your father riding a legend within the sport, and you've done some managerial stuff with the sprockets as well, and now you're commercial marketing manager as well for Swindon.
Yeah. The only thing I haven't done is ridden the bike properly. Do you know what? It is. I know more about this than anything else. I always say to people, my brain is like 95% Speedway and 5% important stuff that I'm supposed to know. I love the sport, and it's amazing to be involved. And I'm trying to promote Swindon like Swindon was promoted years and years ago, and everyone goes on about what used to happen. We're trying to get the riders connected with the fans again at Swindon, and it's happened over the last few weeks, and the atmosphere's been superb. We've had things going on like pop bands and signing sessions and things going on for the kids. So we're working really hard to make that relationship with the fans, and over the last few weeks, granted it's been school holidays, I'm not naive, I know that we'll have to work hard out of school holidays, but it's going really well, I'm really pleased.
Now, I don't know if it's just myself, but I take a step back and I look around now, in the last couple of years in Speedway, we've got the guys down here at Plymouth, bringing Plymouth back and working really hard. great enthusiasm, obviously turning it into the Coliseum as well. Steve Luxton's big smiles everywhere, positive. Yourself at Swindon, keeping things positive. Barry Bishop on the island. It's great to see that positivity now. It's really starting to spread out in the sport.
I think so. I think when you get that, as long as it's a collective movement, I think you can get everybody on board. And I talk to Barry a lot at the Isle of Wight, and Mark and Mattie down here I get on with really well. And it's almost like we've got to do this together. You know, we can all have successful clubs, but if we were working together with different ideas and different promotions, then as a unit and as a sport we would kick on. And a lot of people say to me, do you watch Polish Speedway? Of course I watch Polish Speedway, you know, and it's not like it is here. Well, no, it's not, but that's not to say that we can't strive to achieve that. And people are not as good as it used to be. I hear a lot of negatives, but when you actually do come and you see a lot of what's going on, it's all positive. It's all positive. And so we're in the Supporters Cup final against Bellevue, home and away, and we've organised with Bellevue to look after the coach travel of the opposing supporters clubs. Brilliant, great relationship. We're looking after the fans. We're going to run something special for them. Perfect. We're all trying to pull, and I think you're right in that we're now getting a few more people out there with a bit more. Not there's anything wrong with anybody that's been, but different people, new energy, and we're just trying to kick it on a little bit.
That's the word, it's energy.
And people say to me, I mean, it's energy, it's enthusiasm, and Jason Doyle, I mean, I was lucky to manage the Swindon side against Wolverhampton, and Doyle, he said, look, your vibe is great, because your vibe is what we need as a team. You know, we won the meeting relatively comfortably against Wolves, but the energy was great, and he said, if you can get the energy up within the pits, then that will filter out, and we're happy to sign the autographs, and we're happy to get involved. But you've got to have that vibe and that energy coming from the top, and it filters down amongst everybody. So do you know what? I'm loving it. I love the sport, and I'm enjoying what's going on at the moment.
Now, of course, big weekend for Exeter Falcons, 90th anniversary, and you're going to be there tomorrow night at their big party as well. We're covering it.
Looking forward to it. Really am. I mean, as soon as Mattie mentioned it was going on, I mean, me dad is, you know, he's best mate, my hero, everything, and to represent him is an honour, and it'll be really nice. I mean, I've already spoke to Simo tonight, you know, Colsey, Richard Green, who was one of my favourite Falcons, and tomorrow will be magic, you know, just to recall those stories. And my son Max is with me, who loves the sport, and for him to also experience that and hear about his granddad and listen to the stories of art, it's magic. And I'm honoured to be a part of it, and so honoured to be invited, and hugely honoured to be representing Dad.
Great, so we can enjoy tonight, we can enjoy tomorrow. Bit of nostalgia. It's great to see the youngsters out on track. Hopefully Adam's okay, obviously just had a big off there.
First and foremost,
it's great to see you here, and
Thank you,
keep it all going.
Yeah,
keep
absolutely.
It all going.
Yeah, absolutely. Working my way to the top. Thank you.
Okay, well, Mark Phillips then, disappointing that the meeting hasn't finished with 15 heats tonight. Obviously Adam's health is most important, but curfew is coming close, so unfortunately we've stopped early.
Yeah, it actually stopped before it really got going. It was going to develop into a good meeting. Unfortunately, these things happen, and it's demoralising, depressing, and it's a pain in the ass, to be honest.
Well, we've spoken together, and we've said, you know, the amount of rain-offs you guys have suffered this year has just been unbelievable, and yet today such good sunshine, good weather, great crowd turnout, everyone in good spirits, and you know.
Yeah, if it wasn't for bad luck, we wouldn't have any. It's been one of those seasons. Last year we had gorgeous weather all the way through, and this year it's been the total opposite. Hopefully we won't get 2 seasons on the trot. We've got the same sort of weather, and hopefully next season will be a good one.
Obviously the news today that you broke that Ian Jordan is coming on board as a capacity in the club. That's a great asset for the club, isn't it?
Yeah, it really impressed me. We got overjoyed when Ian said he would come along board and join us as a commercial director. It's what the club needs. I do need professional people around us, and what goes on behind the scenes is a lot more than what happens on a race day.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's going to be, I'm sure Ian will do us a great job, and may we continue and progress.
Of course, Mattie Bates is doing a great job for you as well.
Yeah, good old Matt. We spent a lot of time on the phone this last week, that's for sure, trying to source riders and stuff, and yeah, I'll probably get some people whinging about tomorrow, but that's the way it is. It is unfortunate. That's the way it goes. All I am thinking about now is we're still in the chase for the playoffs. It is still possible. We need to win our home matches and get 2 points from either of our 2 away meetings, and be up in the running still. Probably the wrong time to bring in new riders, but it was needed. It might give us a kick on, or it might kick us in and do that. Time will tell.
It will do. Okay, well, we're going to let you go. We'll see you tomorrow night. And yeah, keep going, Mark. You're doing a grand job down there.
Thank you very much.